This focuses on the sports consumer, and since most people are aware of what Nike's products are, they emphasize emotion in their campaigns and aim to inspire this feeling of "I can do it" before the consumer has even purchased or seen the product. This ladder concentrates on Nike's leisure and fashion customer. Nike's marketing campaigns generally don't focus on the product itself, but rather on the social and emotional value. Certain Nike products such as Nike Air Force or Nike Air Max are a must-have item in most Western society countries. Our online customer research revealed that these words were most used by customers when it came to describing Nike's online and offline shopping experience. Nike is constantly exploring how to blend retail with e-commerce experience. The company's brand strategy combines customer centricity with product personalization. According to former CEO Mark Parker, Nike uses two main techniques to enhance its digital customer experience. Nike's retail strategy is to use the Nike app service to enhance physical experience and turn customers into members to make consumers feel like their needs are a top priority. Nike was one of the first brands to incorporate product personalization when it launched Nike ID in 2000. This was an interactive way to drive customer traffic to Nike's website and an efficient way to understand customers' preferences and behaviors. Previously, Nike has relied on retail partners worldwide to sell their products, but in the last 10 years, the company has doubled the number of retail stores, going from 689 in 2009 to 1,096 in 2020. These are the three main ways in which Nike is leveraging the strength of its in-store strategy. This aims to enhance the in-store experience even before the customer gets to the store. For example, customers can use the click and collect option from the app to browse, book, and buy products for immediate collection. Nike excels in customer knowledge, which is valuable in order to identify, select, and target consumers. One of the best examples of this is in 2018, Nike opened its first live concept store in Melrose Avenue in the heart of Los Angeles. Based on the data Nike gathered from the Nike Plus members of LA, the company opened the first store for members by members, selling products that were in high demand in the area. Nike can easily access data about its target audience, but also investigate new types of interactions, present stock availability to customers, or push personalized alerts and offers. Located on the corner of Oxford Street and Regent Street, the Nike Town London opened in 1999. Later in 2010, it became one of the largest Nike stores in Europe, covering approximately 42,000 square feet over 4 floors. Flagship Nike stores are used as a touching point with the customer, where Nike can get direct feedback from their customers more effectively. When Nike first introduced different variations of body mannequins in June 2019, the company was severely criticized for it. Despite the criticism, Nike continued using plus-size representation in its stores to demonstrate their commitment to inspiring and serving the female athlete. Nike products are branded, so the customer is reassured that the product and service quality will be good. Nike's brand name helps minimize concerns in terms of time, finance, social, functional, or physical worries. Nike's products give a sense of belonging to a community of innovative, trendy, and authentic individuals. Nike's products promote feeling victorious and all the secondary associations that come with this feeling. The use of images and videos displayed in Nike stores allow the brand to provide them with a more sensory experience. Nike invests in fun, dedicated, and experienced staff in each of its concept stores, which most likely contributes to the customer's product recall and a more positive customer experience in store. Our analysis of Nike's brand personality revealed that the most traits fall under sincerity, excitement, and competence, which perfectly describes Nike as a brand. This model addresses the fundamental questions that consumers inevitably ask about the brand. When talking about the brand identity, Nike's swoosh is one of the most recognized brand logos in the world. The brand is known as being the top brand for athletes. They have recognized Nike has the highest quality and most appropriate athletic apparel for the sport. This provides a hierarchy in comparison to competitors, as consumers will aspire to be the best athlete possible, and wearing Nike will give off this brand judgment. It truly embodies a sense of pride and feeling of self-respect when wearing the Nike logo. Nike are trendsetters. When consumers wear it, they also embody an activist, a brand ambassador, and at the same time being fun, sporty, and victorious. Nike has built a reputation for being trustworthy and superior to their competitors through their innovative designs. As a result, customers are loyal, follow up on repeated purchases, and are involved in a large worldwide community. Nike's logo has encompassed a brand that reflects aspects many people strive for in their lives. Nike's logo is a visual representation of motion and speed. Swoosh itself is an onomatopoeia evoking imagery of a splinter flying off a block. Over the years, Nike's font and logo have changed ever so slightly, however the key concept has stayed the same, resulting in one of the most recognizable logos in history. Nike's success can be linked to the brand's marketing campaigns and sponsorships with celebrity athletes and professional sports teams. Celebrity endorsement helps increase brand image, awareness, and response. Nike started dominating the sports world in 1984 after the company signed the largest athlete endorsement deal ever made with Michael Jordan. However, Nike's big star was unhappy with some of Nike basketball shoes and was very close to breaking the contract. That's when Tinker Hatfield was assigned the responsibility of designing the legendary Air Jordan shoe line that would forever change the way sneakers were done or used, and also one of Nike's biggest returns on investments, as Jordan helped transform the brand into one of the most valuable consumer brands in the world. In fact, Air Jordan were banned by the NBA because they didn't follow the color standards, and Nike paid the fine every time just so the basketball player could continue wearing the shoes. Annually, Nike spends around $6 billion in athlete sponsorships and endorsements. In November 2020, Kamala Harris became the first female and first non-white vice president in the US.
We did it, Joe. You're gonna be the next president of the United States.
She says "we did it," which mirrors Nike's slogan, "just do it," all whilst wearing a Nike sweatshirt. She is unintentionally the perfect Nike ambassador, as she is a symbol of personal effort, pushing boundaries, and breaking records. Originally, Nike used the "just do it" quote to help grow their customer base beyond male athletes. Freedom, change, and adaptation are key words in previous Nike slogans and headlines, giving the customers the feeling that there are no limits and anything is possible when wearing Nike. One main value that can be attached to Nike's consumers is belief, the belief of becoming more motivated and healthy through using certain products. As mentioned previously, Nike scores highest when it comes to consumers' perceptions on innovation as well as fashion and style, positioning them as a continued leader in many key customer opinion categories. Surprisingly, hardly any of their social media presence actually focuses on their products. When taking a look at Nike's Instagram, the posts are all about the people wearing the products, their story, and the focus on giving the customer the feeling of motivation, hope, and encouraging brand loyalty and retention. This strategy has been extremely successful over the years as consumers promote the products for Nike through the encouragement given to them. Frequent use of the Nike hashtags show high levels of consumer engagement and involvement. Nike falls under the self-actualization tier of this model, evidenced by their mission statement. Their slogan inspires everyone to just do it because nobody else will do it for them. As an international company, it is important to recognize that in some cultures, particularly collectivist cultures, self-actualization may not be the most aspirational need. Nike is a globally recognized international brand which operates in 170 countries and has adapted their language and core brand proposition of just do it to many different cultures. A recent example of this is their Victory Swim campaign under their You Can't Stop Us campaign. The advert focuses on Muslim women and their journey of a little girl learning how to swim. This is linked to Nike having released their first ever modest swim collection last year. In general, Nike's campaigns are launched internationally as the messages in their advertisements are almost always tackling global concerns, whether it be female empowerment, racial discussions, or standing up for those with disabilities. The message Nike has behind their campaigns touches most of the global population. The brand also releases country-specific advertisements, however the message is either the same or very similar to the main campaign, but the story of the video is focused on a country-specific aspects, such as national celebrations or a sport that is most popular in that country. Of course, the actors are also from that country or area, and it's spoken in the nation's language. We believe Nike should invest in providing an equal and fair working environment to their factory workers by ensuring the minimum living wage at the very least. This would reinforce the ethical company values they advocate. From a marketing perspective, this would target those customers who actively boycott Nike to make sure Nike commits to change. Whereas customer satisfaction in store is good, Nike's online experience lacks personalness based on customer research. Therefore, we recommend Nike to invest in their digital user experience, especially during COVID-19, giving them faster and more efficient assistance when needed. As Nike is one of the most trusted apparel brands amongst millennials and Gen Z, we would suggest endorsing celebrity kids that are more relatable to younger generations, therefore creating long-term customer relationships. This way, Nike could create a community of people who will grow with the brand and build healthy lifestyles around it.